Hi students, I hope that you're all keeping well. I hope that you had a nice weekend. We've decided that we're going to start filming assemblies for you on the theme of the week, as we would do in school. So each week somebody from the senior team will record an assembly on that week's theme for you, and it will go live onto the VLE at 9 o'clock on a Monday morning. And we hope that lots of you will choose to watch it at the same time as you would do in school when you're all together for an assembly. But if you aren't able to watch it at 9 o'clock on Monday, you'll be able to obviously access it through the week when it suits you. And then in your live online tutor chats, you'll be able to talk about the theme of the week and perhaps talk about the assembly or some of the things you've heard during that week's assembly. And I hope that you find that a good way to engage with your tutor and the others in your tutor group while the school is closed. So this week our theme is loss, and Mrs. Vincent has prepared a resource for you as normal, and as normal you can access that on your own and explore it on your own, or you can explore it with your families or perhaps with some friends online as well. And we wanted to bring you this theme this week because sadly it's true at the moment that lots of people are dealing with loss in this country and obviously around the world. And the most obvious loss that people are experiencing is loss of life and loss of people that they love. When I was putting together this assembly for you, the death toll around the world for people who'd lost their lives to the coronavirus was currently at 250,000. And sadly it's true that probably by the time you watch this on Monday morning, that staggeringly high death toll will have increased even further. And that's a lot of bereaved families experiencing profound loss. I know that really sadly some of you have lost grandparents to this virus, and I want you to know that my heart goes out to you if you're in that position and you are experiencing that grief. To date in my life I've experienced quite a lot of loss of people that I love. I've experienced the loss of my mother when I was quite young, all four of my grandparents, a friend while I was still at school, several colleagues, and tragically 2 of my students. And I know how very, very hard it is to lose someone you love. I'm so sorry to those of you who've lost people in this pandemic, or those of you who are grieving losses that have come about from other things. And alongside this really awful loss of life, we've also experienced the loss of our normal ways of life at this time and our usual freedoms, and we don't know when those things are going to get back to normal. Many people around the world have lost their jobs and their businesses. Some people have lost their homes. Closer to home at King's, we've all lost the daily routine of our lives at school. We've lost the chance to see our colleagues, our teachers and our friends every day. We've lost the opportunity to learn in groups together as we usually like to. We've lost the opportunity to play summer sports on our new site and to enjoy our field. We've lost the opportunity to go on planned trips and visits and participate in concerts and events, and to make the most of our lovely new grounds in the sunshine after what was a really long and really tough winter. Some of you have lost the opportunity to sit your GCSE exams and experience a usual end of year 11 with all the joy of the prom and the leavers day and that final exam ending. Many of us on a more mundane level are feeling the loss of our normal routines and the normal activities that we enjoy. Some of us will miss going to the gym, others just going to the shops and cinemas and cafes. Some of us miss going to church and seeing our church families. Some of us will feel the loss of physical contacts with other people. We miss hugs, lots of us, and handshakes and walking alongside people and not having to stay 2 meters apart all the time. And although we know we're really lucky to have the technology that enables us to stay in contact online, it's not the same as sitting in a room with people and talking to people normally. My 4-year-old daughter is really missing the opportunity to have play dates with her friends. It's not the same 4-year-olds talking to each other online. My parents-in-law are really sad not to be seeing my daughter and not to be able to give her a hug and play games with her. I miss seeing my friends. I'm sad that I can't book a summer holiday. It's hard living your life online and not being able to make proper plans. And I think it's really important at this time that we remember that loss is a competition. It's okay to feel sad about the small losses. We know that losing our ability to go to the cinema doesn't compare to people who are experiencing the loss of a loved one. And it's our responsibility to stay at home and prevent further loss of life at the moment. But it's still okay to feel sad that you can't go to the cinema. It's okay to acknowledge that we feel lots of losses in our lives at the moment and to feel sad about that. I expect that you're all doing a brilliant job of supporting each other with the losses that you feel. And remember that we're here for you too. You can reach us anytime at pastoral@kingschoolhove.org.uk. So please reach out to us if you are struggling with loss. And remember too that the Bible has lots of useful wisdom and advice on loss. Jesus knew what it was like to experience loss. You think back to the story in the Bible about Jesus losing his good friend Lazarus, who died, and that shortest verse in the Bible, which is just Jesus wept. He knew the sadness of losing somebody that he loved. He spent most of his time with people who were lost in their lives and struggling, and ultimately he lost his life for us. He knows and understands our sadness, and I believe that he has in his hand and in his care everybody who's struggling with loss at the moment. Remember that God knows what it is to be human and all that that means and all the losses that we face. I'm so sorry that all of us have lost so much this year and that we don't know when the losses are going to end. My heart goes out to all of you who are struggling with feelings of loss at the moment. And please remember that your teachers at King's miss you very much and that we're here for you, and know that we're praying for you and your families every day. We will get through this. There will be an end to it. There will be happier times ahead. And I really look forward to the day when we can welcome you all back and process all the losses that we've had together and move on together as a community. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye for now.